Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to my channel. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for a video about TUM. Well, here you go. And don't worry, there are many more on the way. Stay tuned. So, my second year here at TUM has officially begun like about a week ago. Whew, my first year was a rocky road, not gonna lie. Full with ups and downs. It wasn't easy, I'll tell you that. This video is for those people who are about to start TUM. Well, to be honest, any university, because what I am about to tell you applies for everyone. But it is also for the students who are on the edge of collapse and who are losing motivation. Whew, this is going to be a deep one, so buckle up and get ready for this emotional roller coaster. How do I start this? Better question, where do I even start? I'm sure all of you know this by now, but this university is really hard. And I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning, I underestimated how hard it was actually going to be. I spent my whole life studying. Primary school, middle school, high school, I always studied. Got good grades, was always successful. I mean, you probably all are. Because even if you have the slightest thought about applying to this university, you'll know that this is one of the best universities in the world. And it's definitely not easy to get into. What I'm trying to say is that I am no stranger to grinding. A role model of mine once said, if you lose, that is fine. If you can take a hit to the face and get back up and learn from it, consider that a win. Because you're now stronger and better than you were before. This past year hasn't been kind to me. Okay, I don't like that. It could have been way worse. Let's just say this was one of life's curveballs thrown at me. And I probably should start talking about that now. I think the biggest reason why I failed so much this year is because the system is so much different than the system I'm used to. The school year started off pretty well, to be fair. I was motivated, I was excited to be in this university, that I was able to say, yo, I'm studying at TUM. I was acing all of the exercises, all of my homework. However, I took my first hit in this class called PGDP. And not gonna lie, it was a pretty hard hit. PGDP is a coding class. However, what separates this class from the other classes is that rather than having one exam at the end of the semester, every week you get coding assignments and those get graded. And you basically pass the class if you have the required amounts of points you need to pass. But this is the hardest, most challenging class I have ever taken. We were told that we weren't supposed to do the exercises with our friends and that we weren't allowed to use the internet. Did I listen to them? Well, partly, but not really. You see, even though I took them seriously, even though I had some coding knowledge because I took some classes when I was back in Turkey, I was like, I don't have the required amount of coding skills that I need to pass the class. I was going to fail, and remember, this was the third week, so understand how difficult it was. Anyways, yeah, I did some research, I used some books, I had help from my friends, but I never copied anything. But I still received a plagiat, which is basically a fancy word for saying that you either copied off someone or copied something from the internet. I'm sure you can all imagine how devastated and bummed out I was. And I was really scared, like really scared, because if I were to get another plagiat, I was going to get kicked out of the university. However, I accepted it and I kept studying. But I guess I wasn't studying hard enough. You see, first of all, I didn't expect the exams to be this hard. I took the exams, however, I was really stressed. What if I failed the exam? What if I received a plagiat? Blah blah blah. And guess what? The stress ate me out. Out of 3 exams, I only passed 1. With a good grade, I received a 1.7, which is like an A, I guess? But I still took an L. But retake exams, right? If I study for them and I pass them, it's all good, easy peasy. I studied really hard for them, but my lifelong enemy still kept me from achieving my goal. I literally sabotaged myself while I'm taking the exam. You see, I know everything. I solved a lot of exams at home and I passed all of them with good grades. But during the exam, something happens to me. I make so stupid little mistakes or question myself. Like, I know the answer, but a part of me is always like, Are you sure you're right? Are you sure it's not this one instead? Are you sure you're doing it right? Maybe it's this one. And I ended up failing them as well. Then the second semester started. I had a new mindset and a new goal. I wasn't going to let this defeat affect my mentality. Even though I passed some exams, I still failed some. I still have one exam that hasn't been corrected yet. If I pass that, I will continue studying games engineering. However, if I fail that, I will switch to computer science. I'm gonna say it again, everything happens for a reason. You might not know what it is at the time. Hell, I don't know what it is. Maybe studying games engineering isn't the path I'm supposed to take. I mean, we'll see, only time can tell. Anyways, this is pretty much what happened to me last year. It was like a brief overview, and now I will tell you guys what you should do so that you don't make the mistakes I have. My advice for the students who are thinking about applying to TUM: only come to this university if you're up for the grind, if you're ready to work hard. And for those who just started studying here, run while you can. Okay, I'm just kidding. Guys, it's gonna be a hard ride for you, for sure, but if it was easy, everyone would do it. You just gotta study hard from day one. Hard work beats talent. That is one of the sayings I believe in. If you're always working, if you're always trying to improve yourself, if you're always doing the things you need to do, you will always be successful. For example, we all have that one friend who is always the top of the class. You can't be like, oh, I can't compete with him. He has a talent for this. He is better. No, if he can do it, so can you. You just gotta study or work harder. The first week of the semester is always chill. They even organize this event where you purchase a band which you use to get into certain clubs and party all week long. Every day there is a different selection of clubs. Just go from club to club. Explore the nightlife, explore the city. When you walk from a club to another, you also get familiar with the city and know which thing or which places were. This event is called Erste Woche. And no, this video is not sponsored, but if you guys are watching this, you can always sponsor me for next semester's Erste Woche. Anyways, yeah, it is also a great way to meet new friends, meet new girls, do some networking, party while you can, because after that, you will have to work your ass off. But one of the things I like most about TUM is that they organize party-like events all the freaking time. Because they are aware every now and then you need to relax, you need to chill a bit, just kick back and have fun. Make as much new friends as you can, because everyone has a different mindset, a different culture, a different effect on you. In fact, what really helped me later on was that I became friends with my tutors. You see, in TUM there are the lectures, and then there are the tutors, in which you basically practice the stuff you learn in the lectures by solving questions and stuff like that. You actually learn a lot more stuff in the tutors than you learn in the lectures. In fact, it will come to a certain point where you will stop going to the lectures because you will realize that you can learn them by yourself or watch them home later. Cause yeah, you can do that. Technology! They upload most of the lectures to their website. You can only become a tutor if you have passed a certain class with a really good grade. So they know what they're doing. Anyways, yeah, like I said, I became friends with the tutors. And sometimes after school, they would sit down with me and help me study. Or when I had a question while I was studying at home, I would just text them and ask them for help. And they would help me. Surround yourself with people that will push you forward in life. Friendship is really important, and studying with your friends is way better. Because first of all, why do it alone when you can do it all together? And second of all, the things you don't know, your friends might know it, and vice versa. Another really helpful tip that I wish I would have done are the repertoriums. These are like a summary or like an overview of the lectures which take place like a week before the retake exams. They sum up all of the lectures in like 2-3 days, and they also solve previous exams. However, during these I wasn't actually in Germany, but my friends who have attended these repertoriums, they sent me the stuff they did, and it was really helpful. However, try not to fail your exams in the first place, because retake exams are always a lot harder. The reasoning behind is that the teachers think that since you have more time to study, the exam also has to be harder in order to make it fair. The next thing I want to talk about is the system. Let me just start off by saying it is not perfect. However, instead of fighting the system like I did, you should be more problem solving and try and adapt. For example, I talked about this before. The first year is always like an elimination year. There are obviously a lot of students who apply to TUM, and TUM is all about chances. They want to give a chance to everyone. However, since it really gets overcrowded, they try and find ways to reduce the amount of students by making the exams harder or by increasing the points you need to get in order to pass an exam. And the reason behind this is that they only want to keep the best and the students who have interest in the subject. For example, you only need to know 40% of the stuff that you learn in the lectures to pass an exam. Let me also add, getting 40% might seem easy, but it's definitely not easy. Trust me, I speak from my experience and also from my friends' experiences. It is definitely not easy to achieve that. However, there is a system that they use to balance the amount of students that pass and that fail. This happened to me last semester. The exam was 100 points in total, and if you do the math, you only need 40 points to pass the exam. But more students passed the exam than the professor would have liked. So they increased the points you need to get in order to pass to 51. That is more than 50%. I got a 47 on my exam, so I failed. However, one thing that they don't do is that once this point goes up, it isn't going down. That also happened to me in my math exam, which resulted in 80% of the students who took the exam failing. 80%! That's crazy. But there is always a solution, right? Just study harder, study more efficiently, and learn the system. Guys, I'm gonna be honest. Even though I have failed a lot, especially this year, I have been fortunate enough to succeed a lot. I am so thankful and grateful for the things I have. My mom, my dad, who have always had my back even when I failed, and who are always supporting me. My friends that are constantly pushing me forward. That I have the opportunity to study in this university. This channel where I get to be creative. The list is super long. Graduating from this college is hard, but it's definitely not impossible. Even though I failed miserably, I learned from my mistakes and I have learned my lesson. I am studying this year as a new Dominic Neubauer. Anyways, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this deep conversation. I hope you guys will listen to my advices and don't make the same mistakes I have. Like I said, more TUM videos are on the way. A TUM Q&A, dormitory tours, a detailed advice for computer science students, which classes you should focus on and stuff like that. And yeah, stay tuned. I wish you the best of luck and I'll see you guys on the next one. See ya!